Good afternoon. It is an honor and privilege to be a part of East Stroudsburg University's history by bringing you this virtual message. I would like to thank the graduates of the class of 2020, the faculty, staff, and administration, Board of Trustees, and President Welch for allowing me to share a few comments with you. Additionally, I would like to acknowledge your friends, family, and loved ones who offered you the support and encouragement to help get you to graduation. Finally, I want to applaud the personal effort and sacrifices that you have made that brought you to the end of this journey and to the beginning of your next. I hope in my time to share a bit about myself, but more importantly, to offer you a few thoughts that I hope will serve you both personally and professionally. Specifically, I'm going to share a bit about myself and the importance of resilience, especially during this very challenging time. I hope that what I share can serve you as you graduate and move into the next phase of your lives. Before I do that, I want to share a bit of information about myself that will contextualize why being able to share with you today is so meaningful to me and why it is such a great honor to participate in this celebration. I'm the oldest son of Wilfredo and Wil Del Pilar. My father was born in Puerto Rico and my mother in New York. I'm one of 5 children raised to a father who took some college courses as an adult and my mother a high school graduate. My father was a Protestant minister up until his retirement, and my mother worked alongside my father. We moved frequently growing up, and I can recall changing schools 7 times. When my parents enrolled me in high school, the guidance counselor enrolled me as a teacher's aide for 3 classes in a 6-period day. My parents were not engaged in our education, and while my father had and still has a love for reading, education was left to schools. There existed a trust that schools would make the right educational choices for students. In my case, the decision my counselor made was that I didn't need to enroll in college prep courses because I wasn't going to college. I was going to get a job after graduation. As a result, I was placed in courses that failed to challenge me. I did not take the SAT, nor did I ever engage in a conversation about test prep, the FAFSA, or college options. High school graduation was the goal. As a result, I didn't go to college immediately following high school. I worked full-time before I began doing research on colleges. I bought an SAT prep book, applied to colleges, and completed the FAFSA on my own. The first time I visited the campus I attended was when I went to enroll in classes, and thanks to the support of family and mentors in college, I was able to be the first person in my family to graduate with a bachelor's degree. And years later, a master's, and finally, a Ph.D. I share this story because I imagine some of you thought or were one day told that you wouldn't make it to graduation, or that you weren't college material. I was told the same thing and can list among my achievements working at 5 universities, working for 3 governors, and I currently serve as the Vice President for Higher Education at the Education Trust in Washington, D.C. It has not been an easy journey. It has been challenging, but we have to embrace the challenges if we're going to continue to evolve and become the best version of ourselves. Challenges aren't a new thing to you graduates. Many have called this generation of students fragile and snowflakes, but no generation has faced and overcome the trials that you have faced. Terrorism and war, you have faced the Great Recession, gun violence, student protests against gun violence, climate change, Unite the Right rallies across this country, a national student loan crisis, a global pandemic, shelter-in-place orders, and the second major economic recession. You graduates from East Stroudsburg University may be the most challenged and resilient class this university has ever seen. So as you prepare to graduate and hopefully soon enter the job market, don't be afraid to take risks or to speak up. While we are constantly learning, and we should always be willing to listen, the truth is we all have something unique and valuable to offer. I often found myself not sharing or speaking up because of a fear that what I wanted to say was wrong or wouldn't make sense. This feeling has a term. It's called imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is a fear that at any moment you may be uncovered as a fake. You live with the nagging fear of being found out as not being as smart or talented or deserving or experienced as your colleagues and classmates. Truthfully, I still at times struggle with this. But what I have learned is that I have a contribution to make, and so do you. You've already survived and lived through so much. Your life challenges have shaped you and informed your voice, so don't let your voice be silenced. Embrace how these challenges have shaped you and who you have become. During this global pandemic, much of the nation has been under shelter-in-place orders. And while I'm sure many are tired of being locked in the house, embrace this time and learn to appreciate those that you are with. Learn to appreciate those that you missed or took for granted and honor those that you have lost. This is just another challenge facing you that you will overcome. As you prepare to graduate today, I hope you will remember you have already overcome so much. This will shape you, but it won't break you. Believe in yourself and in your voice because your perspective is informed by your unique experience. Lots of people have already doubted you in your life, but here you are. You did it. It has truly been an honor and a pleasure to share my thoughts with you today. Congratulations, East Stroudsburg University, class of 2020.